In statewide news, Northwestern Energy, the state's largest electric and gas utility, in the middle of its first major electric rate case in a decade. The company is asking regulators to approve a 7.4% increase for its 300,000 customers and a smaller increase for the 67,000 business customers.
But the rate case is not without its controversy. As MTN's Mike Dennison reports, in the first of a two-part report on this rate case, the cost and future of Northwestern's share of the Colstrip 4 power plant has become a flashpoint.
Last month, environmental groups and other parties in the rate case submitted written testimony on the coal-fired power plants in Colstrip. Part of that testimony said Northwestern Energy's share of the Colstrip 4 plant is valued too highly, and that customers will overpay for the plant going forward.
We think that customers have already been gouged, are already paying an inflated price for Colstrip. We don't want that to continue. We don't want it to get worse than it already is.
Northwestern not only disagrees, but also has asked the Public Service Commission to strike all testimony in the case about the future value of Colstrip or its closure plans. At a hearing before the Commission Tuesday, Northwestern attorney Ann Hill said the environmental groups want to use the rate case to pursue their goal of shutting down Colstrip.
This case is not about closing Colstrip. This case is about the investments we've made and the expenses we incur because Colstrip is still operating.
But the groups told the PSC that Northwestern is mischaracterizing their testimony and the law. Chuck McGraw, a lawyer for the Natural Resources Defense Council, said the PSC has full power to regulate utilities, including the relevance and future of Colstrip.
The statutory scheme under which this commission operates is completely at odds with Northwestern's views about what this commission can and can't consider.
The groups say if Colstrip remains in rates at an overvalued price, it also would discourage development of other, cheaper sources of power.
We want to make sure that customers are protected from a monopoly utility wanting to gouge them and put more money into a failing resource when in fact there are cheaper ways to generate electricity.
The PSC will decide soon whether to allow this testimony on Colstrip, which could be a key part of the case, or not. It will also consider testimony from a dozen other witnesses, including industrial customers and consumer advocates. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.